thank you so much for being a part of the program. Also a little scary, maybe not so much, just a little dreary, the change in the weather that still is coming into town right around the time the weekend gets here, or a little thereafter. There is an update or several to be made to your forecast, and we've got definitely a mixed bag of tricks in the weather department. I'll have that in more detail for you in just a few moments. Headlines tonight will include a brief interview. I had a camera out of the county, and we caught up with a candidate for Agriculture Commissioner of the state of Kentucky. A few remarks from him. The details that I have available on that shooting in Floyd County last night that involved a police officer as well as the suspect. And I've just got a major announcement from the Magoffin County High School and their softball team. Really, just an amazing announcement of a job well done. And this time, not on the field either. They've had some big accomplishments there. And I've spread myself perhaps a little thin today. I've got some other headlines. We'll see if I can get them together before we leave you this evening. I do want to make note that the Magoffin County Fiscal Court is set to meet in a special session. Now, this meeting is set for this Friday, from what I understand, at 5 o'clock. Items on the agenda include District 3 Volunteer Fire Department receiving some coal severance funds, an item with the Justice Center, and an item with the Library Board. And, of course, that was something we covered in last night's program. This Friday was to be a hearing, which is no longer going to happen. This may involve some appointments. We'll have a camera there and a report, more than likely not Friday, but on Monday's program, since it is going to begin at 5 o'clock. If it's short and brief, we may have something for you on Friday. A couple of announcements that I guess I should probably put over to tonight's community calendar, where we've got some other reminders. We'll go ahead and pick it up with details that I have this evening on that shooting on Abbott Creek. It actually happened on the Prestonsburg side, if you will, of Abbott Creek, where authorities were on the scene throughout much of the night and early morning and latter morning hours as well. We picked up some information from the Floyd County Times and elsewhere in regards to the status of the officer who was shot and what we've been able to learn thus far about the suspect. First and foremost, and most importantly, and miraculously, the officer that was hit in the chest area, I believe, was listed in stable condition throughout much of the day, and I am told was even looking at being released from the hospital by day's end. This is all after a shootout between police and the suspect that happened in Abbott Creek late last night. The Kentucky State Police says the whole situation began, though, earlier and elsewhere when Prestonsburg City police officers initiated a vehicle pursuit after trying to make a traffic stop in the Prestonsburg area. That pursuit led to a home on Abbott Creek off of 23, where 28-year-old Robert Powers of Oxshire got out of the vehicle and then ran on foot. He went to a residence in the Abbott Creek area, and it was at that home where 28-year-old Robert Powers refused commands of authorities. He was tased after not complying with their orders, and when that didn't work, he pulled a gun and fired at police. He did so, striking Officer Adam Dixon. Now, officers who were on scene returned fire at the same time, or soon thereafter, obviously. And then after which, the suspect barricaded himself inside the home, where he stayed for several hours, I believe, until the special response team from the Kentucky State Police and other units arrived to assist and finally locate and arrest him inside the home. Dixon was airlifted from the scene and was taken to the Huntington, West Virginia area, and as I said, miraculously, after no vital organs were struck, was possibly looking at release sometime this evening. As for Powers, he was taken to the Highlands Regional Medical Center. He, too, was being treated for non-life-threatening injuries due to the gunshot wounds he sustained when police returned fire. He's already been charged with attempted murder of a police officer. As for the police officer who was shot, Dixon's family has already posted some pictures on social media showing that he is in good spirits and that he is doing well, and as I said, could be coming home at any time. As for the suspect, we do know, and it has been confirmed, he is a convicted felon. He has been charged with burglary at times. He served at least 4 years in prison on a burglary charge. He also has served time and been incarcerated on other charges as well. The most recent home incarceration for a term after a prison sentence was just up or ended only a short time ago. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. Up next, simply an outstanding story from the Magoffin County High School, particularly in this instance, the high school softball team. These ladies have made and garnered national attention and recognition for an outstanding job and performance off of the softball field and in the classroom. And in all reality, it wasn't just in the classroom, but it was anywhere they could squeeze in the extra time to focus on their academics. We turn now to the three seniors of the team, and from left to right we have Leslie Howard, we have Hannah Skaggs, and we have Jazzy Howard. Beginning though with Principal Tony Skaggs, who I'm sure is running over with pride and excitement. I first asked Skaggs about a little insight into their performance in the classroom and on the field.
It goes hand in hand, Ritt. Of course, we had a very successful year on the field last year. Ended up in the regional finals and just kind of ran out of gas. We should have won that thing, to be honest with you. But off the field, the girls have done tremendous work as a team. We're members of the National Federation, National Fast Pitch Coaches Association, which is a national organization. Every year they pick their all academic team, and we have been chosen as one of those teams. We're actually ranked third in the nation out of 672 schools. So these girls work just as hard off the field as they do on.
For the girls, they say they're a team on the field and in the classroom and in between, and that they lean on and rely on each other in both settings where they invest a great deal of time.
We study before we leave for our games, we study on the bus, and we study during JV games and help each other with our homework since we're all in honors classes.
We all have the same schedule, and if anybody needs help, we all help each other. The younger ones, like we've been in their shoes, we know what they're talking about and what they need help with, so we help them also.
Absolutely. I mean, we have to help each other out because it's really hard to juggle softball and academics. Now together it's a long schedule, so if we didn't help each other out, then there would be nights when we wouldn't get our homework done or we would not be able to study. You know, we have groups where we have to help each other out.
And they tell me it's not just teammate helping teammate, but it's also a lot of support that they find elsewhere.
Bonnie Dyer has a big part in that. Almost every day she talks about how important it is that our academics are always good, and well, she pushes us in softball too, but more side to the academics.
We're talking about a group of ladies who have a great deal of trophies to showcase for their efforts on the field, and now collectively with a more than 4.3 GPA are number three in the entire nation out of more than 670 schools. That indeed is something certainly to be excited and proud about.
We were really shocked at first. I don't think any of us realized what our GPA was. You know, we just always worked our best in school, but we're really honored to receive this recognition, you know, for our work off the field rather than on it.
For this community and for this school, I think it's a huge deal. You know, we're talking about nationwide. There's third to two schools out of Texas. The grade point average is based on a weighted GPA. And in order to obtain a weighted GPA here at Magoffin County High School, you have to be in the honors program and take AP classes and college classes that are weighted. And pretty well all, 20 players, just about pretty well all of them. And I'm not sure I'm pretty sure all of them are in the honors program here. So, we're excited about that, and it just shows that, if you got a strong, athletic program, you got a strong academic program, and vice versa.
Skaggs is also the coach of the girls softball team. And of course, Hannah Skaggs is obviously a little related. Congratulations, ladies. Congratulations for an absolutely wonderful job well done. I've got some birthdays, and I've got some other announcements, and I've got calendar announcements that just come in, and I'm going to have to call on a few folks to help me out with them. I don't know who left them, and there are a few little indiscrepancies here. I have one left in the door for the second annual Fall Festival to be held October the 24th, which is this Saturday in the Ramey Park from noon to 4. Complete with a raffle, games, gift bags, costume contest, pumpkin painting, food, cornhole tournament, free fun for the whole family. I just didn't say who was sponsoring it or putting it together, so please give me a call on that one. I also had another one about a homecoming and pastor appreciation day at the New Bethel Assembly of God in Burning Fork. I'm assuming it's for this Sunday, which is the 25th. They have Sunday the 20th of October, so you want to give me a little guidance on that. We'll be glad to get that on, make sure we've got it right. But I'm pretty sure I can go with this Sunday at the New Bethel Assembly of God on Burning Fork. Bring someone with you. They're going to have dinner to follow the service. Pastor Jason Adair says, come and be blessed. And it says, please announce this the rest of the week. So I think I'm pretty safe to say this Sunday, which is the 25th instead of the 20th. It happens, and believe me, if anyone understands, it indeed is I.
First up is a birthday wish. This says, hey, could you put my papa's birthday on the news? Yep, sure can. Morrison Prater, happy 75th to you. From a whole lot of family and a whole lot of friends who love you a whole lot, happy 75th to Morrison Prater. I've also got birthday wishes, too. A happy 12th birthday to Nora Tay Howard. With a lot of love from mom, dad, family, and a whole lot of friends. Happy birthday to you. Happy 12th birthday to Nora Tay. And Shelly hates his picture on TV, I just tell you. So maybe he won't get too mad if I wish him a happy birthday. To Shelly Swagger, thanks for all you do for all your family and community. A whole lot of love from a whole lot of family and a whole lot of friends. Happy birthday to Shelly Swagger. Turning to funeral service announcements for this evening, 78-year-old Joe Darrell Pennington of Dayton, Ohio, passed away on the 17th. Survived by his wife Barbara. He's also survived by 2 sons and a daughter. There's going to be a brief visitation in his honor, 10 o'clock this Friday morning, and services to begin a few hours later at 1, all of which from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Burial will take place afterwards at the Pennington Family Cemetery at Falcon. And we received word today of the passing of 55-year-old Raymond Miller of Middle Fork, who passed away on yesterday's date, survived by his wife Trella Cheney Miller, sons Joshua, James, and Jacob, and daughter Kristen Miller. A brief visitation will be held Friday morning at 11. Services to follow that afternoon at 1. Services for Raymond Miller will be at the Salyersville Funeral Home, with burial afterwards at the Gilwilla Cemetery at Middle Fork.
In Lawrence County, covering a governmental meeting, something that we're going to start to incorporate into the program on a monthly basis, but for the time being, an interview that our videographer brought back with a candidate for agriculture commissioner here in the state of Kentucky. Ryan Quarles was making a tour through eastern Kentucky, making a swing to try to get his message out, in part about why he thinks he should be the one that you vote for state agriculture commissioner.
My name is Ryan Quarles. I'm a state representative out of Central Kentucky, and I'm running for Commissioner of Agriculture. We're spending a few days in Eastern Kentucky getting to know the people, getting to know the counties and the issues that are unique to this part of the state. I'm running for Commissioner of Agriculture because our state needs somebody who has a farming background. I grew up working in tobacco, and that's how I paid for my college, and today I'm a candidate 2 weeks out from today, November 3rd, for Commissioner of Agriculture.
So you're a real farmer. How big was the farm that you worked on as growing up?
Well, my family farms. I still help out when I can, but when I was a kid, I started working full-time when I was 6, 80-hour work weeks working in tobacco, and today our farm raises tobacco, corn, wheat, and soybeans. We do a lot of hay for the horse and cattle industry as well. We're one of 12 states that elects their ag commissioner, and here in Kentucky, it's important that we have somebody who understands rural issues and farming, and I hope to be an ag commissioner that works for our rural counties in Frankfort.
Now, as we turn to your Licking Valley RECC forecast, you know how I'm always probably a little too honest, a little painfully honest with you. Well, today's one of those days where I just took on literally more than I could handle, and in an effort to attempt to, I think it was film 4 commercials, of 3 of which I made it to, and then cover 3 or 4 interviews that I had, 2 of which I was able to get ready for air. I just went a little too far with my time that I did not have, and then I'm going to have to cut it a little bit short this evening. It means I've got more news for tomorrow. That's the good side of this whole scenario. So let me go on over to your Licking Valley forecast real quickly. Changes are coming. A low tonight of 40 degrees, topped out at 71 here at the studio. No, I'm holding at 71 degrees. And as you saw, we're going to fall back down to around 40 degrees tonight with some patchy, dense fog after 2 a.m. under mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, another gorgeous day. And I think tomorrow and Friday are as nice as you're going to get maybe for a long time to come. 75, some fog at the onset, mostly sunny, only a few clouds above during the day and overnight hours, and a low of 48 Thursday is absolutely perfect. And by the rest of the forecast, maybe it's going to become a bit of a rarity. Friday, 75 and mostly sunny, a low in the 50s. It's going to be a nice night for high school football, not too cold, and just a gorgeous day to have off. And there are none of those in my future, not until the holidays, I suppose. Nevertheless, enjoy it, milk it, squeeze all you can out of it, because by the time the weekend rolls around, changes are coming. We've got a big cold front. It's going to make some pretty big changes to our weather conditions that have been so picture perfect. Just a beautiful day in the neighborhood, one after the other, and warming trend throughout the week. Saturday, we'll still see temperatures around 73, and nighttime lows are going to be close to 60. But you'll notice that spectrum at the bottom of your screen there, a 40% chance of showers mainly after 9 a.m. Saturday morning, and showers will be likely and almost inevitable by Saturday night. And then the remnants of the cold front will leave us with some showers likely throughout Sunday, at least the early part thereof, and temperatures cooler with a daytime high of 65, a nighttime low of 48, and cloudy and somewhat wet to sum up the latter half of your weekend. We start off next week on basically a similar note. We're talking about mid-60s, partly sunny skies, and a 20% chance of showers. That's 20 Monday, 30 Tuesday, 50 by midweek, and I don't see anything above 65 degrees between now and then, or between Monday and then. 64, 65 degrees pretty much each and every day. So like I said, change is coming. I hope you've had a few moments to get out and enjoy some of this beautiful weather. Indeed, there's not going to be much left of it at this point, because we are looking at November, staring it right in the face. Well, almost. It's around the corner. Let's leave it at that.
And I've still got news to work on, and we'll have hopes of getting all that and more on tomorrow night's program. Remember, the Orion and meteor shower peaks tonight. Find a dark spot in the sky, look up, and you might catch a really good show. It will be under clear skies this evening. Enjoy the last of what might be the last of the beautiful evenings that we have in store, because who knows if we'll have weather like this return. Indeed, we are knocking on the door of November. With that said, thank you for being a part of the program. More news tomorrow night, and again, you'll only see here on Your News Today. Thanks for watching.